Merry meet and welcome everyone. This is your celestial host, Serona Rose. Now, I am sitting outside today and I am enjoying this spring weather. We just celebrated Ostara, or the spring equinox, time of fertility, time of growth. Ostara is known as rebirth, renewal, resurrection as well. It's a very fertile time. Excuse my background if you can see me. I am outside on our porch just enjoying this time, but we are doing a bit of renovation. So please excuse the mess if you can see it back there. Now I want to take a moment and talk about what is going on astrologically. I hope that this Ostara will bring you a prosperous new year. I hope all of your new beginnings to be successful and bring you much fulfillment. So we are definitely feeling that initiatory energy that Aries season does bring to us. I know a lot of people have been feeling run down, tired, and that can be true especially for air signs. Ostara means goddess rising, and it is definitely rising here in the northern hemisphere. Now, our southern hemisphere, she is setting at the fall equinox, or Maven. And with Mother Earth's changing energy, so do we have to change energy. We are going through a new cycle ourselves. As much as we want to burst forward at this time, up here in the northern hemisphere, we're celebrating spring, right? We do have to be aware of speed bumps that can come up, and this will help us make better decisions in our life. We've entered into the zodiac sign of Aries, and this is a fire element, so it is very much about going forward and fastness and swiftness. Aries is a fire element, and its planet is Mars. It is the ancient god of war, and he does represent aggression and conflict and danger. But one thing that many leave out about this god is his passion, because he rules over fire, right? He is passionate and he is compassionate, and he's sexual energy as well. He fights for what he holds dear to his heart. And once you have entered into his heart, you will be there until you choose to leave. Mars' symbol is the ram, who is known to be assertive, sexual, and able to climb great heights. Its symbol is a horn with a long nose like that of a ram. It also stands for the eyebrows and nose of the man, which connects it to the head, which is what Aries is associated with. In symbology, it is two half moons with a straight line, meaning idealism tied to authority and leadership. This makes Aries' natural-born leaders. Their key word is I am, and the day is Tuesday, which is named after the god Tyr's day, and he was a god of war as well, and he was also a lawgiver to all the gods. Aries' color is red. It is fire, it's excitement, it's passion. The flowers are geraniums, honeysuckles, and the sweet pea. Its trees are all thorn-bearing trees, and its metal is iron. Its polarity is Libra, which, Libra is all about partnerships. It wants to have partners. It wants to do things as partnerships, relationships, and Aries is kind of that loner. Aries are very loyal to those that are loyal to themselves, and they have a spirit that just cannot be broken, but only by themselves. And I say that because Aries' hardest, roughest critic is themselves. Many times Aries can set themselves up, make goals for themselves that it takes them a long time to achieve, and they can be hard on themselves by getting there. So it's like Aries can be compassionate, and they show many people compassion, but they really need to learn how to show that to themselves as well. Now, with the sun moving in Aries, it does create a shift within ourselves. The sun represents our core. It is who we are. And sitting in Aries, it is all about I am. And this is about the self. This energy can be about actively going after what you desire. And now there's other planets to consider here. So, the sun is a main product here, but we also have to consider the other energy that these planets are influencing in our lives. The sun will be meeting Chiron, and it is setting at a 1 degree in Aries during the full moon that we just had in Libra. Remember, Chiron represents our wounded healer, and it represents our woundedness. So this energy can bring about a vulnerable type of energy to us. Maybe it's some insecurity. And, just looking at where we are going, it can make us uneasy and not sure of where we're going. Aries is initiation energy, and it does herald a new beginning. It's the unknown. This energy is about birthing a new you. With Chiron bringing up these insecurities, we could easily be feeling timid with our future because, yes, the energy is still unfolding at this time. We are coming into this new beginning, this new energy, and this full moon brought us the energy of balance. Give and take is what's going to be looked at. This equinox is about a balance of the masculine and feminine energies. So it's really, the energy that's really heightened is that of balance in relationships. And it is quite intriguing that this is the time of the spring equinox and full moon right together. Interesting energy now. The full moon that we just had was also called the worm's moon, and according to folklore, it signals a time of spring, the coming of spring. It's when the earthworms start coming up from the ground and, kind of enticing the robin, saying, hey. I've also heard that as you see the first robin, spring is here. It is also, the earthworms are also letting people know that the earth is thawing and land is awakening. This moon is also called the full crow moon, as the cawing of crows meant that winter was retreating, and it's also called the seed moon, as it was a time to plant your seeds. Now, I also want to remind you that Mercury is still in retrograde. So it will be out of retrograde on the 28th, but we will be in its shadow until around the 10th of April. Mercury is very mental. So it's like we are able to refresh and renew our thoughts and ideas that are preparing us for our months of work that we have that lie ahead of us. That is what Mercury retrograde is for. All the renewal, reassess, reevaluate, all about the re's. So enjoy this time and take this in. Enjoy this spring weather as it's coming about. It is a very fertile time. The word Ostara, if you want to look that up, it comes from Ostra. It's the German word Ostra. It means moving toward the rising sun. It is about the goddess Ostra, who had a rabbit that the rabbit loved her very much and wanted to make her happy, laid her an egg, and Ostra was so happy she wanted everyone to enjoy that. The myth also goes into Ostara being able to shapeshift into a rabbit. So I urge you to look that myth up. It's very interesting. Myths are very important to us because they do tell us a lot about our ancient ancestors. So I offer you celestial blessings, and I will put up more information about the astrology as well as the reading for last week. And we are getting ready to come into our new reading on Thursday. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on under the surface, not exactly that we're seeing. Yes, we can see the blooming and whatnot, but there is a stirring underneath the surface. So stay tuned for more information. Y'all have a blessed day.